Hello gamers, this is Sai, and welcome back to Which Way Games. It's return of the fastest thing alive, or will he go on this adventure alone?
Me? You and what mustache? I beat you all the time by myself, and now there's two of me.
Then I'll have twice as much fun defeating you.
And with that being said, let's get on with the video.
When it comes to games starring the world's favourite hedgehog, there are many that have appeared in the world of gaming, each pushing the boundaries of previous games and trying to keep up with the blue blur.
And what would you expect from the hedgehog that broke the sound barrier? So let's go back to where it all started.
Sonic was first speed into the gaming scene with a fantastic Sonic the Hedgehog for the Sega Mega Drive. This simplistic yet addictive game with some great music charmed gamers, but when Sonic 2 was released, this is when Sonic was catapulted to superstardom.
Gamers couldn't get enough of this blue hedgehog, and this is where the Sonic craze took over the world.
Following on from the release of Sonic 2, gamers were treated to the legendary Sonic 3.
Sonic 3 had bigger zones, faster gameplay, and supposed links to the King of Pop.
And shortly after, Sonic and Knuckles would follow, carrying on the story and allowing gamers to play as Knuckles. More Sonic games would follow, creating a larger fan base with gamers and introducing new characters. Eventually, Sonic would spin dash through the barrier of 2D gaming and into the realm of 3D, with some great games for gamers to enjoy, including a classic for the Sega Dreamcast.
As Sonic is almost 30 at the time of this video, I'm joined by another Sonic fan. So please welcome back to the channel, the Game O Holic.
Hi, Sai.
Hi Justin, long time no see.
Long time no see indeed.
It's great to have you back here on my channel.
I believe you were going to talk about one of the greatest games ever on the Sega Dreamcast.
That's right, Sonic Adventure stars our favourite blue hedgehog and all his friends on an adventure all over the planet of Mobius.
You're goddamn right it is.
So let's go back to the mid-90s to see how it all started.
Game developers SDI wanted to take Sonic into the modern era with a whole new style of gameplay, with a game called Sonic X-treme, destined for the upcoming Sega Saturn.
An underrated machine with some great games, but couldn't compete with the Nintendo 64 and the PlayStation.
Sonic X-treme was to feature a fisheye camera system, which would allow gamers to rotate stages and thus open up the stage for Sonic to complete.
This kind of lens makes me want to vomit if I'm being honest here, Sai.
I know what you mean.
But sadly, due to difficulties within Sega, Sonic X-treme was cancelled, and with it, the hopes of a 3D Sonic game for the Sega Saturn were lost.
Gamers, however, got Sonic Jam. That was more than a compilation of the past Sonic games, but it did feature the beginnings of a 3D Sonic game.
With the Sega Saturn being the victim of the console wars and Sonic X-treme now being cancelled, there was a shining beacon of hope for gamers.
This came in the form of the Sega Dreamcast, and the game, Sonic Adventure.
With Sonic veteran Yuji Naka fresh from the fantastic Nights into Dreams, Naka felt that gamers were now older and wiser.
And with this, Sonic team came up with the initial idea of modernizing Sonic as well as all of his friends. The Sonic team were sent to Central and South America for inspiration.
Sega now had begun its work in promoting the release of the Sega Dreamcast, but Sonic Adventure was to remain a secret leading up to its launch.
And in just 10 months, Sonic Adventure was ready to take its place in history alongside the Dreamcast in late 1999.
And like always...
Oh, calm down, Sai.
Oh, sorry, Justin.
I've always wanted to do this bit.
Yeah, sure, by all means, you go ahead.
And like always, let's go back to the past and see how Sonic Adventure was advertised.
Sonic Adventure!
Oi, Sonic! 本当にやるのか? ああ。俺は冒険が大好きなのさ。
Okay, Sonic, go!
やっほー！あらあ
ソニックはアドベンチャーが好き。ソニックアドベンチャー。Dreamcast!
The story of Sonic Adventure begins several millennia ago, where the Chaos and Master Emeralds are kept under the watchful eye of Chaos, the god of destruction. One day, a peaceful echidna from the Knuckles clan known as Tikal arrives and befriends Chaos and the Chow.
Her father, Chief Pack-a-Hammock, has goals of expanding the Knuckles clan territory and knows the only way to do this is with the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
All the Echidna perish apart from Tikal, and not wanting any more bloodshed, she seals herself as well as Chaos into the Master Emerald.
Fast forward to the present day, the evil scientist, Dr. Eggman, also known as Dr. Robotnik, learns of the legend of Chaos and the power this water god yields. Believing the legend to be true, Eggman smashes the Master Emerald into pieces, freeing Chaos in the process.
With the goal of controlling Chaos, Eggman begins his journey to obtain all the Chaos Emeralds and with it, take over Mobius. However, Sonic soon learns of this diabolical plan and immediately springs into action alongside a few of his friends. With a goal to stop Dr. Eggman, how powerful can Chaos become? Gameplay has gamers controlling Sonic and his friends in a race against time to stop Dr. Eggman. Starting out, games are introduced to a great intro, marking the return of Sonic and the adventure he's about to undertake.
And from there, gamers will come face to face with Chaos, foreshadowing future events in the game and a great way to start this classic on Dreamcast.
Gamers will find themselves in large hub worlds where the various action stages can be accessed, even with some being unlocked through exploration.
Being able to access the resting place of the Master Emerald always brings back nostalgic memories for me.
Throughout Sonic Adventure, games will encounter other characters.
Kind of like an RPG. And of course, with all RPGs, there's the ability of upgrading characters, and this is done by seeking out hidden items that will allow gamers to progress.
With the other playable characters, their stages add to the overall experience of Sonic Adventure. Of course, there is one other playable character, but we're not giving anything away.
Amy is chased by a large robot, very much how like Sarah Connor is chased by the Terminator.
And Knuckles will go on a treasure hunt looking for the pieces of the Master Emerald. These Knuckles stages do slow down gameplay compared to Sonic's, but they are ultimately fun.
Now, can gamers avoid asking for clues for that perfect score?
I must say Froggy! When released, Sonic Adventure was critically acclaimed by gamers and critics, claiming it to be the best Sonic game ever made.
And of course, at the time, there was no 3D Sonic game.
Gamers got to experience a whole new Sonic game, and with this, the admiration for the Blue Speedster was renewed. There was even an adaptation for the Sonic the Comic line, going into more detail and explaining some events missing from the game. Despite some of the flaws found in Sonic Adventure, such as the camera and the bizarre voiceovers, Sonic fans still regard Sonic Adventure as a great game and loved every moment playing as a blue blur.
Eventually a sequel would follow that introduced a more action-packed adventure, better controls, and a new character in the form of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Sonic Adventure 2 would have gamers playing as both the good side and the dark side.
Come on, Sai, give in to the dark side. We got cookies.
No, besides, we've got to come back to Sonic Adventure 2 in future videos.
Eventually, Sonic Adventure would have a director's cut released for gaming fans that updated the graphics, fixed some of the technical issues, and righted some of the wrongs that gamers had to endure the first time around.
This director's cut would end up on Windows and the Nintendo GameCube, and of course back in the day, Nintendo and Sega were the biggest rivals in gaming.
If this happened when I was a kid, my head would have exploded right out my ass.
That's nasty, but it does bring up a good topic for a future video series that I call the Console Wars. Overall, Sonic Adventure is a fun game to play despite some of its flaws. With some revolutionary level design and great music that the Sonic series is known for, gamers will find themselves enjoying this adventure.
With the introduction of new characters and a whole new tale for Sonic mythos, it's easy to see why Sonic Adventure is still loved the world over. In fact, it's one of my favorite, absolute favorite games for the Dreamcast.
Maybe in time Sega will return to the Adventure series, and with that, bring Sonic Adventure 3 to the world of gaming.
Perhaps an adventure through time would be the focus, witnessing the coming of the Chaos Emeralds from space, the rise of Dr. Robotnik, and the return of an ancient menace from beyond.
Despite some questionable 3D Sonic games, there have been some good games along the way. But let's not forget what game started this transition for the world's fastest Hedgehog. Now this was a lot of fun, and thank you Justin for appearing on my channel again. I'm sure like me, you'll be celebrating Sonic's birthday in style.
Pleasure's all mine, Si, and don't worry. I will be having myself a little beer for the blue furball.
Surprise!
You take it easy now.
See you later Justin, be sure to check out his channel. Anyway, come back next time where Yoshi's on a quest to reunite baby Mario with Luigi.
but can they overcome the troubles that lay ahead? Thank you so much for watching, and see you next game.
We'll be right back.